me guys to pick. You're the one that is to pick. Okay, do no fun like that, but the next thing you do is pick up. This kind of thing can never happen in Africa. Imagine, how can you tell me a man and man is having affairs together? What are they doing together now? No, it's not on this continent. It has never been done, and it will never be done. That's exactly what I want to give thumbs up to no other performing president than the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo Addo. Why does that? Justice.
That it will not be under the presidency of Nana Akufo Addo. The same-sex marriage. The same-sex marriage will be legalized in Ghana. It will never happen in my time as president. Let me repeat. It will never happen in my time as president.
Please permit me to invite my learned colleague so we can discuss this topic in a very robust manner. Today we are going to talk about a very serious topic that has been going around on the internet, but I think we should place more emphasis on, because that's what we do on this channel, and I'll be right back with my learned colleague. Yeah guys, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you again on this channel. And you see, the first agenda of President Biden calls for concern is about homosexuality. They want to legalize homosexuality in Africa, which is highly prohibited because we have culture on this continent. And you know, very, very happy because it's like the first time African leaders will not be picturing their people to these Western countries, because these people believe they can just have their way when it comes to anything about Africa, because they believe that many African leaders are corrupt. But now, I think they are very surprised. They are surprised. They don't believe it, that we can stand our ground that way. Oh, I'm so sad. Why are they not going to legalize homosexuality in Africa? Are you there now? What do you mean by that? So we are now good, all this development, all this beautiful progress. So you want homosexuality to be legalized? I'm not serious. I'm just pulling your legs. Homosexuality gone. Homo mentality. You see. First law correct. Let's start with Mr. Joe Biden.
Here, and my son Mateo said it at home, often ask if they will catch COVID, and if they do, will they die? They are watching as others get the vaccine, and they would like to know, when will kids be able to get the vaccine?
Well, first of all, honey, what was your first name? Layla. Layla. Beautiful name. First of all, kids don't get COVID very often. It's unusual for that to happen. They don't. The evidence so far is children aren't the people most likely to get COVID, number one. Number two, we haven't even done tests yet on children as to whether or not certain vaccines would work or not work, or what is needed. So you're the safest group of people. You're the safest group of people in the whole world, number one. Number two, you're not likely to be able to be exposed to something and spread it to mommy or daddy. And it's not likely mommy and daddy are able to spread it to you either. So I wouldn't worry about it, baby, I promise you.
Maybe you could understand what was going on there, but I'm here to explain to you what actually happened with you. want to speak properly. Are you afraid? But look, I guess come on, speak it though, because like I'm afraid. You know, the US president though, you have to be careful before you go and drop them in our country's capital. Oh, let me think properly. Oh, I'm not afraid. Leave there, no fear. Realistically, what happened was that the president did not know the answer he wants to give. And rather than him keeping quiet and us looking for a way to just answer the question as indirect as possible, the president went ahead and gave them misinformation. Imagine, the president said that the girl cannot spread the virus to her parents, and her parents cannot do the same to her. Ridiculous! How could the president give such an answer? He told the girl that she can't spread it to her parents, and her parents can't do the same to her. So please tell me, why are we putting on face masks? Why are schools still closed? I don't understand. This is one of the reasons why I'm so disappointed at Mr. Joe Biden. But that's not even the topic. Let's get straight to the reason why we are here. Yes. We'll be right back. Shit. At times I'm wondering something. You see, it's like some people don't even think about the environment before they want to impose whatever they want there. Like, why is the Western countries trying to just do what they like in Africa? They're trying to make themselves dictators. Let me from there. Is Mr. Joe Biden aware about rape case? Just last year, Lagos finished its campaign on gender-based violence. At times you want to cry when you see where they rape some women in Nigeria and Africa in general. And then, even in the whole world, raping is becoming like the order of the day. Oh, imagine, some people are even doing it in a creative manner. They're getting creative about raping people. Incredible. You see men will dress like women to go to their neighbor's house and pretend like they're a woman. And then they get there and they rape the wife of the neighbor. They pretend like they're women on the streets and then they carry somebody into the bush and rape the person. So, all these other problems are not visible to the US president. His one is homosexuality. They want to legalize it. And he's not even looking at the implication of doing that. But let me draw your attention to one particular important fact that we're not looking at. Carry on. Let me colleague. I'm feeling you. I'm interested in that point. Yeah, give it to our audience. What will happen if homosexuality is legalized and women can dress like men and men, most especially, can dress like women? That means that when homosexuality is legalized, those are our brothers that love to rape their neighbor's wife, that love dressing like woman to their neighbor's house and raping the neighbor's wife, may not be able to cast them again on the streets because of anybody can just wake up one morning and dress like a woman and go out. You can see that it is a serious problem that the West are not causing, and I don't know why they are pushing for this so hard. Especially Mr. Joe Biden, that is just attaining office, that's supposed to look at the way we can cushion the effect of COVID-19. Look at his first agenda. Is there something really about this thing? Whoa! I love the angle you're coming from. I wasn't even thinking about this. Look at the implication of legalizing homosexuality, it does not only affect the mentality of upcoming youths and children, but it also even affects the stability of the society. And it's these same Western countries that the organization will come out and be saying HIV is skyrocketing in Africa. This is doing that in Africa. They keep making themselves superior. They keep making themselves the judge. I love your point of view. I mean, just look at it now. Look at the implication of jumping at things without even thinking. This is exactly how we signed agreement on agriculture, and up till today we are suffering the heat. Because of what? We didn't think properly. We just jump at things. We believe these people too much. We don't do things in our own way, with our own manner. But thank God it is not the case when it comes to homosexuality. Because homosexuality has been something that has been prohibited for a long time now in Africa. Amen. What exactly is it needed for? How is it going to help the numerous problems we have in Africa that we are resolving already? Because I can assure you that African leaders are waking up from their sleep. Generations are getting wiser and wiser. But with this sudden change the West is trying to impose, I tell you it affects the African society very seriously. We need to be very careful when it comes to things like this. By the way, wait, dear colleague, let me take it for you. Let me give them back to back. Is Mr. Joe Biden ever aware that the mentality of being homosexual is even a mental problem?
Mind blown.
Oh, you're surprised, Abby? It's not normal. It's a mental disorder. Shit! That's how I felt when I got the information. And in fact, it was very serious, and it was like a mental drainage on me when I saw it. I am scared for the future generation if perhaps they accept this irresponsible idea into the society. But don't worry. If you don't believe me, let us invite the doctor so you can hear it by yourself. Thank you, learned colleague. That's a great idea. Let's call him immediately. Immediately. Which one is immediately? Has your tongue twisted? Or is it the information that is shocking to you? What? Are you still asking me? What did you go shock? Guy, shock me, oh, serious one.
Gender dysphoria is a condition where a person's physical, biological sex is one, say a boy, but in the person's mind they think they're really a girl, or vice versa. It's not something that you can identify on any objective test. You can't do a blood test, for example. You can't do MRI imaging. You can't do genetic testing to actually find this gender identity. My name is Dr. Michael Laidlaw. I'm an endocrinologist in Rockland, California. This gender identity, which really a child saying, I believe I'm this, I believe I'm a boy, I believe I'm a girl, something opposite of their body. Once they say that, they go down this road of gender affirmative therapy. That consists of social transition, wearing, say, stereotypical clothes of the opposite sex to pretend that they're the opposite sex. Then these puberty blockers, then these cross-sex hormones, and then finally surgical modifications to the body to try to make the person appear that they're the opposite sex. Puberty blockers are powerful hormones. They act on a small gland in the brain called the pituitary, and this controls the sex organs. For example, testicles make testosterone, ovaries make estrogen, and the pituitary controls that happening. Now, these blockers stop this action, and then, whereas, say, a girl is at age 9 and continuing or beginning to develop in puberty and should continue on until a full adult woman, it's stopped. Once you stop it, there are various harms and problems that occur afterwards. Unfortunately, many of our professional organizations are advocating for this, including Endocrine Society. And it's important to bear in mind that there's very small groups of people controlling these societies. Small groups of people are
making these pronouncements, and then when physicians want to turn to what's the best practice, they're finding these things. And there's no rigorous research done, there's no controlled studies, it's very poor research, but it's, I guess, politically correct to go down these roads by these organizations. Doctors will feel compelled to follow what their organization says without really looking into the evidence necessarily. There is heavy-duty propaganda basically going on that these gender clinics have.
Please don't get tired, though. Don't get tired. We still have more for you. Loads of information. You saw it by yourself. You saw it. You saw it in the video. Thank God that the doctor is even a white man. Thanks to the doctor. Because I didn't mean it was a black man that was saying it. They were saying it because of their being tribalistics. Just like Pope Francis said. You can see the agenda of these people is obvious. But anyway, the president of the US is more focused on spreading a mental illness than solving it. You can imagine that. Very ridiculous. Anyways, let's leave Joe Biden alone. That's the much we can take on this video. And thank you very much for... What did you say just now? I'm not sure you're okay. End of which video? Are you joking? The video still remains. Look at you, it's asking a stupid question. The video still remains. It will finish. In fact, he remained one president. In short, two that have not greeted. So permit us to introduce to you the person in each of the number, one after the other. First, we call on...
Mr. President, you were speaking about a modern Africa, and I'm here with the Bay Area Reporter, which is the LGBT newspaper. And for people who don't know what LGBT is, that's the gay and lesbian community. So I'm wondering, you've done so much for women in Rwanda. They have so much power. I'm wondering, is the LGBT community a part of the future of Rwanda?
I don't know if I understood what you just asked, but I guess I understand. I have understood that. LGBT.
Homosexuality.
Yes. It hasn't been our problem. And we don't intend to make it a problem.
So in case you don't know who that is in the video, I am here to tell you that we want to give kudos to President Paul Kagame. He's one of those strong performing presidents in Africa that you can commend in terms of the way he does his duty with all passion and with his whole mind. So for those leaders in the West, thank you very, very much. Just like you heard from Paul Kagame, homosexuality is not our problem. It's not our problem. We have so many problems we are trying to fix, one of which is malaria, just for example, and we have so many others that we are working on and making progress. So you guys should just keep your culture to yourself and let us have our own way in our own continent, Africa. Great Africa. Of course, reserve the best for the last. President Muhammadu Buhari, it might sound a little jargonistic, but the president ensured that homosexuality, if you try it in Nigeria here, you go to jail, man. You're going to go to jail.
أين جواز أفريقيا؟ نحن فقط نحو الهوية يا سيدي. أين جواز أفريقيا؟ تفرق للشاينوس. I swear, I don't know anything about the drug. It is Mr. K that gave me to give to someone in Libya, sir.
Seven years. The Nigerian president not only resist the move, but also the people and the leaders of Nigeria are assured that this thing is totally illegal by creating a law which is superior to any other law anyway, just like the way Mr. Joe Biden is pushing for. Once you are caught in the act, it's like you've carried cocaine. So my advice to all viewers is, please discourage it in your society, everywhere. Discourage it is a bad habit. It is not good at all. Not good for the society. If not something worse. Look at you. You said President Nana Akufo of Ghana. You said President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria. But then you forgot Rwanda. Why is it like that? You forgot President Kagame. Oh, sorry, brother. That even make you more outstanding. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's special because Rwanda is one of the booster of economic growth in Africa. It is a country that can boast its success in terms of economic growth. Yeah, guys, on that note, we officially say bye-bye. Stop all this nonsense. You usually bet much. Which video are you ending? You usually bet too much. You bet too much. You're a baby too. Look at your head like potato and your eyes like tomato. You better be careful here. Be very, very, very careful. Wait though. What is left again? What is left? What have you not covered? So you mean you've not heard this one? You've not heard this one, you've not heard that.